Stoffel had a brother that was very clever. He outdid Stoffel in every endeavor. But in the dark he felt fear, certain something scary was near. Stoffel did not understand this at all, for fear had never given Stoffel a call. Oh, how I wish I could feel that fear, like my brother does when darkness is near. The janitor of the church had been told about Stoffel's wishes that were so bold. I will fix you right up, he thought. Fear you will know from this scheme I wrought. In the corner of the church he stood, dressed as a ghost and still as he could. He waited for Stoffel to come and ring the bell, up in the tower of the church, to wish all well. Stoffel came by, he would creep out, and make Stoffel's fear come out in a shout. When Stoffel came by and he saw the creature, he just looked and saw its weird feature. Who are you? What do you want here? Well, hurry up and come near. When the creature did not answer, Stoffel lost care and pushed the ghost down the long stairs. And on his way he went up the tower to ring the bells with all his power. To teach Stoffel the world of fears had brought the janitor only tears.
Stoffel decided it was time to go into the world and earn a dime. Fear he still wanted to learn, but a living he had to earn. In his travels to find a nice spot, he heard a story about a castle ready to rot.
The castle was full of gold and ghosts, it was told, and the king was waiting for someone so bold to sleep 3 nights in the castle and put up with all the ghosts' hassle. The spell would then be broken, and as a prize and a token, the king would give enough gold to fill a carriage and his daughter's hand in marriage.
Aha, thought Stoffel, what a great thing to hear. I earn me a living and learn to have fear.
Off to find the king he ran, to tell him he was the right man. The king was overjoyed, and so Stoffel was employed. Stoffel was ready as the first night drew near, and the clock struck midnight, loud and clear. He made a nice fire to keep warm, when he spotted 2 giant cats that came to do him harm. We are cold, they were claiming, as their huge claws were straining. Come sit with me, Stoffel invited, but your claws must first be slighted. Into a vice their paws he twisted, until their claws no longer glistened. Just then the clock struck 1, and the cats were gone.
Stoffel thought to himself, what a shame! 1 night gone, and fear is still a game. In the morning the king wanted to know how Stoffel had done against the first foe. All went very well, is all Stoffel could tell. The second night was near, and Stoffel again hoped to learn fear. Midnight again the clock struck, and Stoffel's fire was put out by a lot of muck. What are these skeletons doing here? Should they not be in a graveyard somewhere near? There were quite a few, and all looked the same, ready, apparently, to come play a game. A bowling lane they set up on a table. 9 bones they used that were nice and stable. Their heads they used as bowling balls, hoping to scare Stoffel with their looks and calls. Stoffel was not scared at all. He joined right in, using one of their heads as a ball. He was having so much fun, and was sad when they all had to run. For the clock had struck 1, and again they were all gone.
The next morning the king came calling to see if Stoffel's resolve was falling. Nothing new to tell is all Stoffel could yell. Stoffel was getting mad that he was still a fearless lad. Maybe in this last night it will be that fear is all I can see. The night was calling and midnight was near, when Stoffel thought, what can I hear? 6 giants he saw, and they were carrying a box. A casket it was, and they dropped it like rocks. Stoffel was curious to see what was inside, and opened the lid up wide. A cold body was laying there, so Stoffel took him out and gave him some care. He warmed him up by the fire and saw something that he had to admire. The body was growing in leaps and bounds, and a giant emerged, making his rounds. He was the keeper of the gold, and no longer cold. You will get hurt if you stay, so get away or be ready to play. You don't scare me, just you wait and see. I'm stronger than you, Stoffel yells. It will be you that will hear the fear bells.
The giant is mad and does not see Stoffel take his great beard with glee. Into a split anvil he crushes it and ties it on bit by bit. The giant is stuck there and can only stare. Stoffel comes at him with a great axe and pushes the giant's fear to the max. The giant asks Stoffel to set him free, so he can tell him where the gold may be. Stoffel just laughs and says no. The giant can carry the anvil on the go. The giant has to give up the gold, for Stoffel has no fear and is terribly bold. The castle is free, shouts the king with glee.
He keeps his promise about the gold in the carriage and his daughter's hand in marriage.
The princess feels sorry for her new prince, for every night about fear he thinks. What can I do to teach him about fear? Well, she has an idea and gathers the gear. At night, while Stoffel is sleeping, comes the princess a-creeping. In her hand she has a huge tub, filled with fish guts and rotten grub. Stoffel can hardly believe it when he is shocked out of sweet slumber by the stink and filth of the princess's thunder. He shrieks in fear of all the dirt and is scared that he has been hurt. Now that he has found out about fear, he is happy and holds what he loves dear.